Donkey Jaw Projects.
What's up, y'all? I'm back, and it's beautiful autumn, fall leaves going on all over the place. Most of the leaves are actually down, but we still got a lot going on. It's New England, Connecticut, and this is how we do. I'm grabbing the mail. So what is going on? Well, today is day 55 of 100 days of making comics. What? Yeah, as promised, I took a break and did Inktober. Took about a month and a half off. Well, less than a month and a half, but took more time off than I expected to or planned to or even said I would. But hey, it is what it is, as I like to say. And so I took some time off, did my thing, got a little more furry, started the beard growing a little early this year. See how big it gets before spring comes, or maybe I'll shave it, who knows. But yeah, I'm back now, and if you don't know, this is 100 Days of Making Comics, which was started by Kevin Cross, where you spend a half an hour or more a day working on your own personal project. And did I say an hour or more? Half an hour or more? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, you do that, and you know, Kevin Cross started it. A lot of people continued to do it. I think Kevin Cross did it 3 times. This is my second round, and I plan on finishing. And here's a big red barn. And yeah, so I'm excited to do that. And let me collect my thoughts. Like I said, it's been a while. I took a break, as I said I might do. Did Inktober. And I kind of got burnt out on making the 12 stories comic that I'm working on. It got too big for me, and I was working on trying to finish the whole thing as opposed to finishing, you know, one story at a time like I originally intended. And so I got a little frustrated, got a little tired of working on, especially since I went from 100 Days of Making Comics session to, and I did 100 days, and then I was like, well, let's keep going, and I went on to complete about 54 days. And then I got overwhelmed. So it is what it is, but I did say I was going to possibly take a break, so I'm not really going back on my promise, and now I'm going to start back up and try to make sure I do it every day until the next 45 days is up. And then we'll take it from there. One thing that's really cool, since I took my break and all that stuff, well, before I say that, I did want to mention that what I plan to do is I'm going to do these stories one at a time now, and I'm going to release them as mini comics. So once Lizard Brain is done, which is the current story, and I guess I should backtrack from that. If you don't know, my book I'm working on is a graphic novel called 12 Stories, where it's like a 12-story building, and on each story is a story. Each level there's an individual story, and they'll all kind of come together to a certain degree, but at the same time they're all separate stories that in some ways have nothing to do with each other. But there will be a thread kind of that goes through them all, enough to kind of tie them together. But yeah, so it's like a graphic novel, but I'm releasing them now, and this is where my plans are. this is what I originally intended, and I should have kind of kept with it because, like I said, it got a little overwhelming. But what I'm planning on doing is releasing them as mini comics. So now, once Lizard Brain is finished, and I'm working on them one at a time. Once Lizard Brain is finished, it's a 5 to 7 page story. I forget now how many pages it comes to. I might even need to extend it. I don't know. We'll see. But once I'm finished with that, I'm gonna create a mini comic with it, put it up for sale. I just finished Inktober, so I'm thinking about taking all those drawings and putting them into like a little booklet and putting that for sale. So it's like a little incentive, you know. I'm doing it in increments, but then I'm also gonna compile it all into a big book as well. Now, how long will that take me? I don't know. It might be a year. There's 12 months next year, right? Same as every year. There's usually 12 months, I think, right? So there's 12 months, so who knows? Maybe I can get it done in a year. I don't know. Maybe it'll take me quicker. Maybe I'll start to get on a roll and I'll just start banging out stories. Maybe I'll take a break and work on a different comic project for a little while and then come back to it. And it'll take me 5 to 10 years. Who knows? I'm not making any promises with it. It's a big project. It's a fun project. It's a project that is more focused on being an exercise that I kind of learn how to write stories with and learn how to make comics with. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself for this particular story or you know, it's basically an anthology, but all created by yours truly. And so that being said, speaking about anthologies, what I was going to talk about is that since I've been gone, since you've been gone, I know, singing pop songs now. Since I've been gone, the 100s started up a new thing. So we're going to do like an anthology, and it's, you know, we're working on the logistics and stuff and kind of figuring it out now, but it's there's a Facebook group now where we're kind of chatting about that. Most of you probably already know if you're involved with the 100s at all. You probably already know, and there's been all kinds of discussion about it, and yeah, so it's a kind of a fun thing that we're doing, and yeah, so there's that announcement, but it's not really an announcement because I'm sure you guys already all know and what's going on, but that's kind of like a little behind the scenes thing. So let's see, what else is there? So we got that. Hey, look, there's a plane. Le plane. See through the trees, maybe not. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, it seems like I'm walking through a forest, but this is just like an area near my house. Actually, it's on the same property, I guess, but so let's see what else. So 12 Stories is back in effect. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to kind of get little projects done instead of doing big projects and stuff. And yeah, I have a lot of ideas for other projects too. I keep coming up with more ideas, so I think I'm just gonna stick to small, you know, small projects, because especially when it comes to comics, because it's, you know, it's just too overwhelming of a task to try to do like big projects and stuff. So let's see, what else? Is there anything else? I have a lot of other ideas, a lot of things I want to get to. DonkeyJawProjects.com is launched. It's relaunched, I should say, and MarshMakesArt.com now points to DonkeyJawProjects.com. So if you want to find anything about me, it's Donkey Jaw Projects. Yeah, I guess I won't get into too much more because it's already going on 12 minutes here. I may put some footage of me working on whatever I'm going to work on tonight, which is basically, I'm on page 3 of Lizard Brain, so just starting it though, so if anything, I probably won't do video because it's going to be boring. Basically all I'm going to be doing tonight is drawing rectangles within rectangles, doing all the trying to get the panels situated for this page because right now it's a blank page. I guess another thing is I was coloring it and I don't know if I'm going to color it anymore. This whole book might turn out to be a black and white book, which is not what I usually don't like black and white books, but I have actually come to really a place where maybe I do like black and white books. That old school, like, indie publishing, small press, you know, Poison Elves and Cerebus and all these other, you know, independent comics, old school style, and people still do it a lot today. But my buddy Mike Ballad actually showed me some old comics that he made when he was younger, and it really got me inspired to think, you know what, maybe I do kind of like black and white comics. And this actually, I always kind of thought that this comic would do well. If I was ever going to do a black and white comic, 12 stories would probably be a really good, you know, comic to do that with. So why not? I did color 2 pages already, but it's just becoming such a hassle. And my Wacom thing, like, it's got this cord that doesn't, like, connect perfectly, so it kind of, like, it won't detect the pen sometimes because, you know, the cord's messed up. So I might need to get a new cord, or I mean a whole new Wacom or something, I don't know. But it's good for, like, little illustrations, and I do want to play around with coloring, like, little illustrations, not whole comic pages, and try to get better at that. So, you know, I'll probably still use it, but for now I think I'm gonna chill with the coloring the whole comic thing. So unfortunately, a lot of that time that I spent on this round coloring the comic is kind of wasted time, but I was learning Clip Studio Paint, so that's cool. I was also learning how to color comics, so that's cool. I was learning how to use a Wacom, so that's cool. So learning happened, progress not so much. So shout out to everybody else doing the 100s. Shout out to Mike Emirates, who is, I think, on day 60 something. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up very well, but I want to. I gotta catch up. I started doing that this weekend a little bit. Shout out to everybody else. I don't know who else is doing it at the moment. I know Gaz finished his a while back, and so shout out to him. Love watching his videos. And yeah, all the people who are getting ready to do the anthology, I'm excited for that. You know, hopefully I'll be able to finish out Lizard Brain within these 45 days. Probably will, I'm thinking, because you know, if I'm going black and white, it shouldn't be a big deal. And let's see, Lizard Brain, blah blah blah. I'm gonna finish that, and then I'll probably also start working on the anthology book, which is going to be like 6 or 7 or 8 pages, whatever we end up deciding, which I'm excited for because it's a space theme, and I have so many ideas for space stuff. I've been doing a lot of research into all kinds of crazy conspiracy theory stuff and weird stuff. A lot of it's like just like really good fodder for stories and stuff. I mean, if you look at any movie or comic or whatever, a lot of them there's a lot of material in there that could also be found in conspiracy theory stuff. So a lot of interesting stuff. So that's kind of fueling me with like tons of ridiculous, crazy ideas for comics. So I'm excited, and there's so many routes I can go for a space comic, and I don't know, I'm really excited, guys. Seriously, like, I can't wait to get some of these ideas out of my head and onto paper and into little books, and learn how to make comics better and learn how to make stories better. I just want to keep pushing forward with that. I have other ideas for music and art and stuff too, so that's it, guys. Sorry it's been such a long video. We're going on 18 minutes now. And sorry it's been so long since I've done like a video update, but I'm going to be doing videos for every day, you know, that I do the comic thing now, and hopefully there won't be any breaks or many breaks from here until the end of this round 2 of 100 Days of Making Comics. Again, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching. You guys rock. DonkeyJawProjects.com is where you can find me. Instagram is DonkeyJawProjects now. Facebook is Facebook.com/DonkeyJawProjects. I think Twitter is something else. I gotta figure that out, but I don't do much interacting on there anyways. It's Facebook and Instagram for me is pretty much where it's at for social media. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.